a great Friday morning. It is a beautiful sunny day in Amekameka. Amekameka. That sounds so Indian. Amekameka. Oh, Amekameka. I don't think I should be saying, trying to imitate Indian sounds because then I might get in trouble. Guys, I am still at the foot of volcanoes here in Mexico. And the volcano that is right there is el Popocatépetl. Popocatépetl. I might have said that right for the first time. Popocatépetl. Popocatépetl is one of the most famous volcanoes here in Mexico because of the devastation that it caused when it erupted some years back to the city of Mexico. Which I now learned that it's no longer called Mexico de F. It's only La Ciudad de Mexico, which I don't know exactly why that happened, and I probably don't care. Ah. Hello, my friend. Me hubieras llevado. Hey, next time, Jessica. Let me say one of the things that I have done and been able to do. One thing that I haven't been able to do is get a manicure, but I'm hoping to get that done. Se me están saliendo las uñas como gavilán, pero that's beside the point. One of the things that I always do before I go on a trip is I post out there. Hey, anybody want to join? Let's meet out there, and always an open invitation. I think one of the things that we don't take advantage of as much as we should living in the United States is la facilidad que tenemos de viajar por todo el mundo con limitada documentación. And the reason that is because most people, when they leave United States to go to other countries, they're expected to come back because everyone wants to come into the United States. So it's a huge blessing that we have. We have the opportunity to travel anywhere we want to, and take advantage of it as much as you can. One of the things that I did share last night, and I'd hope to continuously share, is my future trips. I do want to go to Esnas in Campeche, and that I mean, I just want to be out there and go visit those ruins. They looked amazing. I think I saw them. I shared during the song, the Luis Miguel song, and then I did a little research on them, and they look pretty awesome. So the next trip should be to Campeche, hopefully sometime in June or July. Not sure. But one of the other trips that I planned and am planning actually still is I plan to go to Colombia in August. And I made mention of it. It's not that I plan to go now that they're having that uprising, that revolution, a lot of individuals being affected in Colombia. Again, it wasn't the reason why I wanted to go and be in the middle of all of it. I'd already planned to go in August. Actually, have a trip planned to Chiapas and a trip to Colombia. And they asked me back home, and if I was still thinking of Colombia after everything that's going on right now out there, and the answer is most definitely yes. I still plan to go to Colombia. I want to go to Colombia, and because of what's going on, it makes me want to go to Colombia even a little bit more. And it has to do with just that sense of adventure, to be a part of something that is historic. And again, I was asked yesterday why I wanted to go to Cuba, is that if I was crazy wanting to go to Cuba. I'm going like, well, it's crazy to go to Cuba. Yeah, that's about it. But I like that little sense of adventure, going into different places, even when there's certain risk, a lot to it. And let me say, guys, I mean, as much as I love Mexico, there's always a risk to come to Mexico. There's always that you just don't know if you're going to be caught in the middle of levantada or something, or shootouts, or you just do not know. Um, let's see. Catch up. Good morning, Jessica. Hermosa. Good morning. Greetings from Brownsville, my friend. Hey, thanks, man. Good to see you, Hector. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Frank, my man, a deputy constable for my man. Good to see you, Papa. Hey, Kenina. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The crime rate in Colombia is astronomically. It's really bad. It is really bad, and let me tell you, the videos that have been popping up on social media are mega bad. And we actually got informed from different folks from our church that the situation wasn't as good for them as it had been some years back. It's a very difficult situation going on in Colombia, and we pray that such things don't happen here in Mexico. Although that I hear that there is a uprising going on, especially because of the train, the metro derailment. As a lot of people are very upset, and I think a lot of people are tired as of politicians always coming up with excuses and pocketing the resources that should go to the people of Mexico, and they don't. The resources go into the pockets of politicians that control all aspects of government. And guys, I put up a post right now earlier this in regards to Colombia, and again, I figured maybe some 20 years ago as they were in the same situation in regards to thinking that nothing like this would ever happen. Consider that Colombia has a lot of beautiful people out there, a lot of beautiful people, beautiful country, beautiful land, a lot of culture. A lot of culture in regards to music, art, and history. So I mean, it's a beautiful place, and how unfortunate that right now it's in the middle of civil unrest. Castro, you need to show more videos of Brownsville and nice places in and around the city. Showcase a bit of the Rio Grande Republic. I actually, that's a good idea. One of the things that I wanted to take back up, Frank, was start doing a lot of the food videos again. I've always enjoyed doing them, and I think it does a service to the community. Uh, and actually, I appreciate that Frank actually gave me one of the first Rio Grande Republic flags out there, and I'm excited about it. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. Cuba is better. Is better. It's like going back in time. Old cars, everywhere. It's beautiful. 100%, and that's one of the reasons why I want to go. Uh, can you see? I mean, I can see it clearly, but can you see the volcano? How is and those on top of it right there? That those aren't clouds. That's actually steam coming out of the volcano. Yesterday, when they were giving us an explanation in regards to the history of the volcanoes and what they represent for the area and for Mexico, they did explain. I mean, stuff that I did not know because I never actually studied much on volcanoes. And I did a little bit of reading, and what the girl shared with us yesterday was that this volcano, it's a good thing that it's always throwing out steam. That's it's constantly throwing out steam right there. It's constantly throwing out steam, and that's a good thing because it has an escape, so it doesn't accumulate to the point that it empieza a tirar murero para afuera. So that's a good thing, and it looks amazing. I know it might be kind of hard to see right there. I was trying to find a better place, but let me tell you, trying to find a place and the restrictions that are placed here again, maybe COVID, maybe not COVID, but the place that I wanted to go do the live this morning, doesn't open till 10 o'clock. And that kind of upset me a little bit because I sure wanted to have that as my backdrop. So I had to do the second best thing and come to the room and show you exactly El Popo. Beautiful. And let me say, I'm actually looking at through my screen because I have my screen up to hold my phone. Because again, internet is not what it should be. It's not easy finding a good place with Wi-Fi in Mexico. And again, it's just what it is. Buenos días, Juan and Ella Cruz, my man. Uh, Bronzo News, New Deal recognizing Trey as one of the young rising leaders. What a joke. It is a joke, guys. And again, it's one of these nominations that, like, like my opponent for the BISD race got, the upcoming candidate, or the, I can't even remember what the name of that thing was. But guys, there's these different groups up there that they'll endorse a candidate. They'll give recognition to a candidate just because of the views that they have. And again, let me say, I've always stated, say it again, guys. I'm concerned in regards to the progressive movement that's going on, not only in the country but also in the city of Brownsville, and that is one of the reasons why I opted to put that picture up. Because again, guys, 20 years ago, uh, Colombia, and I say 20 years ago because I remember that's about the time I started listening to Shakira. And she's from Colombia, believe it or not. But she's amazing. Amazing. Este, and I actually watched a video on her struggles growing up and things. But again, it was a beautiful time back in the heyday. That's after they started to cut to decimate the cartels out there in Colombia, and fight against crime. So again, guys, uh, anyone that says and thinks that it couldn't happen to us, you'd be surprised. A lot of things that will probably be happening to us because of the progressive wave that's going through the country right now. And unfortunately, the mayor and the city commission, they're bringing that progressive wave down to Brownsville, Texas, guys. And John White is right in the sense that it started by the removal of the rock. When that happened, folks, let me tell you, I knew and I screamed about it. And I screamed about it because the impact that it has on our society, it is a progression, guys. Progression. That's why it's called progressives. It is a progression, guys. And it starts off small and then it continues, continues, continues. Let me say that the progressive movement in the city of Brownsville, it's like el camello y el árabe. I don't know if I've shared this with y'all before, but it's one of those little anécdotas that we share. El camello y el árabe estaban en el desierto y el árabe se pone en su tiendita y el camello estaba sentado afuera. Entonces el camello le dice al árabe, because believe me, camels do speak. El camello le dice al árabe, déjame entrar ahí a la carpita contigo, tengo frío. Y dice el árabe, no, no cabemos, no cabemos. So, entonces lo que hace, dice, bueno, dice, dame chance nada más de meter la patita. Y el árabe, no, dijo, nomás la patita, nomás la patita. Y dice el árabe, bueno, está bueno, nomás la patita. O entonces pone el camello la patita dentro de la carpita y luego pues en la mañana amanece el árabe afuera y el camello estaba dentro de la carpita. It's just give them an inch and they'll take a mile, that aspect. So guys, it starts off slow and then it continues to grow, evolve, evolve, evolve. It's like an avalanche, like one of those big old things coming down with a big old snowball. And it's going to plaster the city of Brownsville. And I saw that ever so clear, guys, when they removed the rock in Washington Park. Let me tell you, guys, very, very unfortunate, guys. Very, very unfortunate. And let me say, I've I don't know if John White is listening. As the John White is listening, but that's what sometimes frustrates me. And I am going to have that conversation with him because one of the things that they do really well, guys, is that they unite and they have this little base. They have a little clique, así, Jimmy, le dan right y quieren manejar. They have this little clique, and the clique is faithful, faithful to a T. And unfortunately for us, a lot of the times we find ourselves fighting amongst ourselves for things that are just dumb. But the worst people are the butt kissers that are out there kissing the butt of these individuals, and who will never never be given the time of day by these individuals. Pero son lambiscones, like that fake account that I mentioned yesterday. They're a bunch of lambiscones, and Just a bunch of lambiscones. Let's see. Let me get to the comments. What are these? I hope you're enjoying your trip, my friend. I'm having a great time. Can we cork the volcano? No. If you cork the volcano, it will explode. Good morning, my friend. Yafa mucho. Come back. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe. Yeah, si Dios quiere. He's using Brownsville as a stepping stone to move up. He doesn't care for Brownsville, or it says he sure doesn't. Yeah, le dan right again manejar that experience. Progressive way. What about making it harder to vote? You can be conservative without fear mongering. Not fear mongering. Let me say this again. Be cautious, Mike. And I want to say this again before I continue to read your comment, Mike. When we were at that park, I was there at the park the day after they removed the rock. I was there when Antonio Castillo, I don't even know if you even know Antonio Castillo, who is a crazy nut. Antonio Castillo, who used to live here in the city of Brownsville and then moved up to I don't know, California or something, that where all the liberals go. But let me say, uh, they were down here, Mike, and they were having a little celebration. And before I read the rest of your comment, they were having a little celebration, and I was there. I was there because I wanted to see, what they were going to talk about. And sure enough, they were there, Mike. And again, not talking out of my butt. They were there, and they said, "Let's go to the Robert E. Lee Youth Center." And they literally marched from there to the Robert E. Lee Youth Center because that's the next thing that they're going to that they want the name changed and removed. Mike, it's not going to stop there. And back then, this is I think 2 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Back then, I warned folk, Mike. I said, my church folk, and I know you don't care too much or go to church too much. I do, and I warned my church folk, the people that throughout Brownsville. I said, guys, be very careful. They came for the rock. They're planning to go for the youth center. And next, they're going to go for the churches. And you disagree, and that's fine. You could disagree all you want. Again, it is a progression. And you give them an inch, and they'll take a mile. And how far do we want to let them go? Because I'm telling you right now, the day that they decide to intervene or interfere in regards to any church out there, any church, I don't care what denomination it is, you better believe that I'm going to be out there protesting and fighting against them. Trump created the narrative for public purpose. No, I'm sorry. You are wrong, Mike. It's not a Trump thing. And, I really wish that a lot of folk up there would stop being so obsessed with Trump. It wasn't Trump. Guys, take into consideration, it was the individuals that voted Trump into office. I mean, Mike, Trump was just the messenger, man. And that's just the truth. There's a lot of folks out there that do not agree with the ideology of the left wing as of now. Just don't agree with it, and they needed someone that would voice out their concerns. And it's very, very simple because Trump became a politician. I mean, Trump literally became a politician while he was president. And what I'm trying to say about that is his stance started to change, because I actually saw in Trump at the start, Mike, as someone who was fairly moderate, someone that was right in the middle, didn't go far right or far left. Call me crazy. That's the way I saw Trump. During his presidency, he went far right, which again is a mistake, in my opinion, Mike. It was a mistake for him to go completely to the right. Mike, understand this. I don't care for either party. I don't care because if anyone out there wants to say, "Oh, well, that's what just wants to defend Trump," screw Trump. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Biden either. I care for candidates that are going to stick true to their belief, their ideals, and who are actually going to go out there and fight for the people. But like it or not, Trump represented it during his time the great majority of individuals who did not believe in that way. Unfortunately, for a lot of folks, is that they get lazy after 4 years, and a lot of people didn't come out to vote. People taking over the suburbs. Progressive wave has nothing to do with politics here in the valley. You're mistaken, my man. 100% mistaken. If that's your game plan going forward, consider yourself toast, bro. Look, I don't care. Mike, let me tell you that my stance has not changed. So I don't understand what you're trying to say in regards to your game going forward. I have no game, man. You should know me better than that. Yeah, but The Rock was to please a few. Same way they'll do for conservatives, like the business loans only for the elite. No, Mike, let me say, Mike, it's all part of the same thing. Do you really, really think that the loans, let's go for the loans here locally, you think that the loans here locally were controlled by the Republicans, by the conservatives? No, Mike. The loans were distributed by the same Democratic Party that controls everything in Cameron County, Mike. That is why Trey Mendez got money for his business. That is why the Limas brothers got money for their business. That's why all these other individuals got Brownsville money for their business. They're not elite. They just want to be elites. I mean, if it wasn't for the political office that they hold, or if it wasn't for the committees or the boards that they continuously put themselves under, no one would even know their name. So don't give me this, man. It's like business loans only for the elite. It's not for the elite. Here in Brownsville, it only goes to the corrupt political machine. And you know, Cheese, I ain't attacking you. I want you to win. I actually try to figure out how you can win to share with you. No, and I appreciate it, man. And I don't mind the dialogue. I don't. I actually live for it. But let me say, man, there is a bigger game out there. And unfortunately for us, and I'm going to say this throughout the world, if you don't nip it in the bud, if you don't address it at the start, it grows into something that cannot be controlled. And I'm going to say this again, Mike. The Rock is very indicative. The Rock is very indicative of to what is going to happen in the city of Brownsville sooner or not. And again, we'll have this conversation again in another 5 years, and we'll see how far the progressive movement has gone. What do you mean? What you say they will be coming after our churches? It's I think again, it's a progression. They come after statues. They come after something that represents something that they are offended by, and it's all a matter of people that are offended, easily offended. Everything offends people. I'm offended. I'm offended, and now you can't say stuff in social media like someone is stupid because you'll get thrown in Facebook jail. Mike has been in Facebook jail. Other individuals have been in Facebook jail for things that are ridiculous, guys. Man, I have had people call me crap and a half, and they're still on Facebook and never had any issues with it. But I go out there and call someone stupid or ignorant, and I get blocked for 30 days. No, there's a wave coming. It's a progression, and it's going to go to after everything or anything that has any conservative view whatsoever. Again, folks, you may want to believe it or not. It's your take. It's just my opinion. They're coming after our churches. I like Trump, by the way. What did it for me was the bounties on our socials head and him not even acknowledge it. Let me tell you, I want to believe that they actually were doing something about it, except because of the secretive nature of everything. We just didn't find out about it. Let's understand. I don't feel that there was any other president more pro-military than Trump. Again, he upgraded a lot of the armament that they have, um, the their salaries and stuff. I mean, I think the military was all pro-Trump. I mean, I don't can't say that for a fact. I think they were very pro-Trump. Trump is dangerous to this country. He is an instigator who will bring this country down. This is just my opinion. He is obsessed with power. I honestly, Hector, I think that Trump is more obsessed with the fame part of it, with just being in the limelight. I think it was very indicative in regards to the when he was on the Apprentice show, and all he would talk about was the ratings, the ratings, the ratings. Guys, even during his presidency, it's like his mindset was already set on the ratings. How are my ratings? I have the best ratings. CNN ratings are going down. Fake news going down. And again, guys, and I just shared it right now. I didn't appreciate the fact that at the start, Trump seemed to be a moderate, right in the middle. And I'll say this, I actually like that about Trump, that he wasn't too far left, he wasn't too far right. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of throughout his presidency, actually it was more towards the start, he went full blown to the right, guys. And I feel that he didn't want to be there. He just felt he got pushed there because it continued to give him those applause. I mean, what other candidate would fill up the stadiums, guys? I mean, Biden is horrible, guys. Come on, Biden is horrible. If a rock can be removed, so can a bunch of imbeciles pretending to be civic servants. Yeah, the problem is that, again, going back into my theory, guys, they unite. All of us, we don't. And I think that one of the things that I've been allotted here in the city of Brownsville is that uh, we have started to unite as a small group. I mean, I appreciate the fact that still individuals watching the show even while I'm on vacation. The numbers are not the same as they are when I'm back at the studio, and I'm going to say it's a lot of it has to do with the aesthetics, and also has to do a lot with the content. But again, the content is given by the city and by the individuals who reside in the city. Uh, you all. So again, I appreciate the fact that like right now, 45 individuals are on. I appreciate that greatly, guys. Pero I'm more used to the over 100 folk, but it's cool. One of the things that I've said is that I'm not going to stop doing the shows. I'm going to continue to be out here, even if it's just me and Mike and Hector, and every so often Snoopy and the Snoopy gang. Even if it's just us guys, I don't care. We're going to continue to become stronger, hopefully in unity, and continue to fight all these things. And again, guys, because I want us to be together in a united front doesn't mean that we have to agree on everything. Uh, there's things that I've disagreed with Mike regularly. Mike knows I love Mike. There's things that I've disagreed with John White here openly and publicly. I love John White. I love his family. I'm going to Thanksgiving at John White's house. Again, guys, I we don't always have to agree. As that we can disagree, we can be upset with each other for a show or two or three. But guys, I hope that we are mature enough to come back together and continue to fight for what's right in the city of Brownsville. Again, we don't have to agree on everything, and we don't. Elite my butt. They are a joke. Good morning. Good morning, Ben, my man. Welcome to the new USSR. I have to ask, was the mala as good as Big E's? Let me say, guys, I shared during the video that uh, I was trying to schedule an Uber at midday. At midday, I was trying to schedule an Uber, and for some reason, is that there was no Ubers in this small little town at midday. So I said, like, oh, pero it's part of that other thing. A veces nos acomodamos, nos confiamos mucho in a lot of the stuff that we have sometimes may take for granted in the city of Brownsville or in the United States. Here in this little town, every so often you'll find an Uber here or there, guys. But I couldn't find an Uber for midday. So I had to go downtown and find the bus station and do it the old fashioned way. Take a bus, guys. And so that's what I plan to do, which is okay. It's not far from Mexico City where we're going to be staying. I will be staying downtown, which gives me the opportunity to visit a couple of the places that I haven't been to yet. El Ángel de la Reforma. I will be taking some pictures, some shots out there. Again, not that for any other reason. It's just I've been doing the pyramids, the volcanoes for the past 2 days, 3, 4 days. But no, the tamales this morning. So when I was there, I was again one of the things that really frustrates me about the hotels here is that they open so late. They open at 9. I mean, the restaurants they open at 9. I'm like, what the hell? Where's my damn coffee? You know, I want coffee early in the morning. I mean, get a Keurig machine, put the damn Keurig machine there, and give people coffee because some people wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, like me. And I want coffee at that time. I had to walk all the way downtown and to find that coffee and to arrange my transportation into Mexico City, guys. It's crazy, but still fun. It's an experience. So I sat down, La Placita, had myself un café de olla, riquísimo. She prepared it for me. I just added the cream. And a tamal de dulce. My lord, my lord, my lord. Those capulinas. Oh my lord. Agridulce, very agridulce. very tart sweet. Let me tell you, amazing, amazing. I wish I could take some back with me, but my mochila is already jam packed with crap. One of the things that I shared on a post, guys, is what I do is these clothes that I have. I'm dumping them here in I'm dumping them here in Mexico. Las voy dejando los calzones. Voy dejando los calzones en todos los lugares que estoy yendo. And the reason I do that is because if if uh, if I get checked, inspected when I'm crossing back into the United States, I don't want them to like, "Ooh, this is good." So this is, especially after going on a balloon ride. I'm afraid of heights. So I'm dumping my clothes. I'm dejando los chochones en todas las ciudades que estoy yendo. Hey, gotta drop some of the blessings off all over the place. Spread the blessings. But the reason I do that is because I just can't, man. Ya no puedo. Put more stuff into my bag. So I put a little pile of clothes right there that I'm dumped off from yesterday and today. That's it. That's staying here in America. 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 Let's see. I love watching you get higher than Benny. You don't know how many comments I got on that remark, man. A lot of folk reached out to me and said, Indio Richard se aventó con eso. It was really funny. I was on the balloon and I was laughing, man. It was so funny. Yeah, cheese. My point is there's no political party here. Ah, there isn't. It's all for self gain for them, 100%. My point is we should concentrate on the real problem, like political corruption locally, instead of arguing over liberals, progressives, Antifa. No, and let me explain, Mike. The only reason it simply keeps us focused on the real. Look, the only reason. Let me say this. The only reason that I mentioned the progressive movement was because they came to Brownsville, bro. I mean, I was there in the middle of them. I mean, no joke. I mean, I literally was there, and I think some of them who are from Brownsville, they were very, very surprised. They were going like, "What the hell is he doing here?" And I said, "This is America. I can be anywhere I want." But anyway, that's why because I'm living it. I'm seeing it. I don't care about them. I don't care about the Confederate flag up in Alabama. I don't care about the statue of Cornwallis being taken down up in Georgia. I don't care about that. I care about what happens here in the city of Brownsville. And again, guys, the reason that I mention it is because it is part of the and look, uh, give me some time. Give me some time to prove my point because I really think that you'll start to see it develop by itself. The only thing that I want to do is make sure that people understand and are ready for it when it does happen. Mike, let me say, este, it's soon to come because again, look at the individual. Look at this award that Trey Mendez just got. This New Deal award for up and coming local leaders. It's a bullcrap award. The Herald covered it as if it was like an Oscar or a Grammy or something, guys. But it's from all these progressives that got together and made this organization in order to continue to push their narrative at a national level in local politics, Mike. And I looked it over and I saw the individuals on there. They got Cory Booker, they got Ocasio, and all these other folks that are a part of it. And let me say, guys, if anyone out there thinks that they're not coming from for Brownsville, Texas, they are mistaken. They are most definitely coming for Brownsville, Texas, and they are uniting with a corrupt political machine that is here in Brownsville, Texas. And they're in Brownsville, Texas. They're uniting with it because they back them up. So yeah, I completely agree with you that there's no really political affiliation party here, but they'll assimilate anyone they can, anyone out there. Look, Mike, that's one of the reasons why if I do decide to run for Congress, guys, I'm going to run as a Republican only because I have to make a choice in regards to which of the two parties I have to run with. But I'd love to investigate to see if there's a possibility to enter as an independent. or enter as a just non-party and nonpartisan individual. I I'd love to do that, but I'd have to do that research. And again, it's just to send that message. And let me say, guys, I love running for office because I love to bring to light a lot of the individual things that are going on in the city of Brownsville, in our community as a whole, guys. But it also gives us all a platform, guys, all a platform in order to share out there, in order to juntos talk about a lot of the issues that concern you. Because unfortunately for us, the only way that these folk are going to bring up any issues is if it directly puts a buck into their pocket. It's the way it is. You forgot about me. Ya me agüité. No, you haven't been on in the past 3, 4 days. ¿Dónde andabas? Ah, damn, are you wearing a green shirt? Because I am too. Hey, twinking. Twinning. We're twinning. It is. It's actually one of my favorite shirts. So I'm actually questioning whether to leave this one behind, but I'm probably going to. I hope you read my post on Charlie. What an idiot. Um, I don't watch Charlie, so I did not read the post. But Charlie is an Atkinson, guys. That's the only thing I'm going to say. And look, guys, if he goes after Erasmo, and he's an Atkinson, guys. I want to see how vocal he is on the 18th when they finally throw his stupid rata sister in the slammer, where he should have been as well. He just didn't get caught because he stole millions from the city of Brownsville as well when he was a city commissioner. Screw him. He's an Atkinson. Love you, Papa. Thank you so much. Gracias, hermosa, a ti. Are you saying that the churches will be targeted for being political or for doing what? Are churches getting out of their lanes? Some are, Lupito, 100%. Some are. But no, let me tell you, the politiquera churches are going to be okay. Again, I think the movement is going towards anything or anyone that preaches anything that offends anyone out there. And I'll give you an example. One of the things that Papa sometimes goes on out there and preaches about, would be considered very, very liberal by a lot of the individuals out there. Very, very conservative, ultra conservative by a lot of the individuals out there. But again, Papa is old school, guys. And look, I can respect that. A lot of our folks are very, very old school as well. Gallegos Notary, are you off the booze? Yeah. Are you off of ripping off people out there? Let me say, hey, anyone out there, if anyone knows where Gallegos Notary is, please make sure that you do not frequent them. Vamos a divertirnos al DF. You know that it's not called the DF anymore. It's called the Ciudad de Mexico. I love Trump, no lie. Guy had balls, but he did fear Putin. It's kind of like, I think he's cool, just wouldn't trust him to run my business. I think Trump is his ego was his downfall. Se la maristeaba demasiado. And look, guys, for him, it was all about the ratings, the ratings, the ratings. And again, I think that's one of the, and I call myself the Brownsville Trump, guys. But I pray that my head never gets big enough to the point that if I'll get depressed because there's only 43 people in the morning. Are my ratings going down? That was a joke. Smells like cheese. Smells like cheese spirit. Capulin is a Mexican cherry. Yum. Very, very delicious. Smells like cheese spirit. Yeah, make it, Richard. Yes, Richard. I was thinking the same thing. Like, I'm waiting for smells like cheese spirit. Let me know as soon as that one's made. I hope they don't target the churches. I love churches. You know what? Their biscuits are so amazing. I don't know what the hell they put in those biscuits, but they're so good. And I love the crunchy chicken. Oh, let me say that again. One of the foods that is very common here that I have not had, guys, is por donde quiera venden caldo de pollo. It's kind of, I don't know if there's just a lot of chickens over here, But one of the things that they do, they have caldo de pollo for breakfast, caldo de pollo for lunch, caldo de pollo for dinner. That's kind of amazing. I haven't had that, and I don't plan to have it. I just don't think like a caldo de pollo is something I should be having for breakfast. That's my take. Uh, did you get to any soccer games while you were there? No. Let me say what happened. I wanted to go to the Rayados games, but what happens is because there has been a pandemic, they are reserving a lot of the seats because es cupo limitado, Frank. So what is happening is a lot of the individuals that had the season tickets, they were being given priority. And what I want to do, Frank, and let me know if you're interested. What I want to do is I want to buy season tickets for next year uh, for the Rayados game. I don't know if you follow Rayados, but if you care to come to some games, man, we could come up. They're usually on Saturday, some are on Thursday. But let me know because I am looking into buying season tickets for the Rayados. There's a word that they call them. I can't remember what it is, but I want to get them for next year. Yo, yeah, cheese, preaching to the choir. I know these Brownsville Herald Awards are a joke. Like those voted best tacos coffee breakfasts in Brownsville Awards. All businesses who contribute financially to the politicians down here. Down here in the West, there's the coffee shop that's always dead. Has the award. We didn't even know it was open. It's true, man. It's whoever buys more papers and sends in those applications. It's crazy. You cannot trust Trump, even after his own mother hated his guts for stealing the family's trust funds from his brothers. She even stated before her death that anything that Donnie touched would turn to crap. Now, here we are, 500,000 deaths. They could have been avoided. Uh, Let me say, I'm not going to blame Trump or Biden for the death. Uh, I don't want to pin it on them completely, guys. Let me tell you, I think a lot of the blame should go to a lot of the individuals who are not necessarily in power, but who opt to go that way. That's where Joe gets his chickens from, Joe Valdez. Ah, then to go hear him do a speech stolen from a damn movie, word by word from Legally Blonde. If that doesn't click in your head, you're just as bad as Donnie. Donnie. Hey, look, I haven't gotten to that level where I'm calling Trump Donnie. So I think I'm okay. He'll always be it's just Trump. Again, guys, I don't care too much about Trump. I don't care about much about Biden. Not, I don't play those games. Well, we still got people that think Ultimo Taco is the best taqueria. No wonder they voted for Yuri Peña. Or Rose Cowan. That made my day. That's a good one, Nancy. Guys, my 45 minutes are about to be up, guys. I'm going to go try to get some more coffee at the restaurant now that it opened at 9 o'clock in the morning. Why that is, I have no idea. I'm going to get ready to travel back to Mexico City. Going to spend the night, do a little bit of shopping, trying to find los churros del Moro, and then I'm done in Mexico City, guys. Tomorrow morning, I'll be up and about, have lunch, and then head back home. So, guys, just thank you all so much for your patience. Thank you so much for being on here, my 45, 46 people that just came on this morning. I do appreciate you guys. I love y'all, man. And again, we don't always have to agree on everything, guys. We can discuss, but let's stay together, man. Stay together and let's continue to push forward. There are greater things for us out there. And I appreciate this. I appreciate your love. Ultimo Taco is only good on the weekend to watch. Ah! Cuidado con las sillas. Guys, I love y'all. Uh, Hand sanitizer, face coverings, social distance. I forgot social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. When I put them out of order, I start to forget. Guys, continue to stay safe, guys. Continue to stay safe. I will do a show tonight from Mexico City, hopefully from close to where El Angel is at. I'm not sure, guys. It just depends on what is available out there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, guys. And thank y'all so much for making me a part of your life. And know that I am very grateful to God that I have you all in my life. Guys, see you this afternoon. Guys, continue to be good to each other. Please continue to be good to me. God bless.